Hi everyone, so we're continuing on with our organelles, organs inside the cell. And we had finished off with the Golgi apparatus, here we were, and the flattened stack of pancakes is what they're referred to, that do all the packaging for the cell and exporting. And now we get to the lysosomes. So lysosomes, this is a nice little picture of them, just little vesicles that float around inside the cell. And they've been packaged, right, by the Golgi apparatus. And what they are little suicide packets. I mean, they are going to blow things up. They are going to destroy things within the cell that shouldn't be there, that we don't want inside the cell. So they can come up to some invader, let's say it's an invader bacteria that's coming to the cell, and they can just come up and globe it and destroy it by delivering a toxin that will destroy it. So little suicide packets, pretty amazing. And the suicide packets is sometimes they have to destroy the cell. So if they have to destroy the cell, so be it. But at least they're not getting contaminated by this invader. It also does programmed destruction. So there is some destruction that isn't all bad, and that is the example of a developing little embryo that has webbed feet or webbed hands, which is classic. And we have to, in water, you have to take away the webbing, and lysosomes will do that. They will just sort of target that tissue, destroy that tissue, and then the child's born without the webbing. And occasionally a child will be born with it, and then it has to be removed. Very interesting. We yet have another detoxifier, and that detoxifier is called a peroxisome. And this is vesicles, again, that are produced by the rough endoplasmic reticulum, by the RER, and they break down fatty acid chains. So these chains of fatty acids, extra fats in the body that need to be broken down and not accumulating in places of the body that you don't want them to. So a breaker-downer of fatty acids, of fats, peroxisomes. It's very interesting disorder resulting from that, from the faulty peroxisomes, and that's Zellweger syndrome. And that can be found in newborn babies, and it causes serious problems with metabolism right after birth because so many of these fats are being manufactured, but they need to be broken down. And if they start to accumulate, they can accumulate in the brain, the liver, and the kidneys, and it causes the malfunction of those organs just by becoming very, very fatty. Zellweger syndrome. So an individual born with that, a baby born with that, actually has distinctive facial features, so it's recognizable, a flattened face, a broader nasal bridge, and they tend to not survive. They tend not to survive beyond a year or so. They have hypertelorism, which is eyes quite far apart, just from this accumulation of fat. And here's another clicker. So an alcoholic would potentially have increased number of what in his or her cells? Nuclei, mitochondria, ER, or villi? And the answer to that, it would be C. That was the last of those slides, and so we will end this series on the cells. And good, thank you for coming. We'll moving on to tissues later. Thank you. Bye-bye.